Hey guys, Nathan here again with Z-Man Tech Tips. Today I'm going to show you how to do a Google quiz. Um, One of the best places to go for Google quizzes or any Google tools for school is Google Drive. So if you go to your Google Drive here, you want to be using your school one, of course. You probably have a school one and a home one by now. If not, try and keep them separate. That way your data is not getting mixed up with school data. But you can go here into your Google Drive, and then over here with new, we are going to create a new uh, form. So you can scroll down here to more, and then Google Forms should be right there. So we're going to go ahead and set up some settings first before we get into the meat and potatoes of this quiz. We're just going to go over here to settings. We are going to require people to sign in. We're going to collect their email address. We can or we don't have to email them back. That may be a good thing for students to get an email back that these were your responses. We're going to limit it to one response so that they can sign in and get the response once, but they can't just take the test and take the test and take the test. If you want them to be able to do that, that is an option though. So that's for general settings. Then we're going to go over to quizzes, and we're going to make this a quiz. So release grades immediately after each submission or later after manual review. So if you're using some of the more advanced fill in the blank answers or short answers, then you're going to have to do this later for manual review. This may also cut down on people just going in and guessing and then trying to re-guess. So for this one, though, we're going to release grades immediately after each submission. That way they hit finish, they see their grade, they can either celebrate or lament as needed. So then you can go down here, see if the respondents can see which questions they missed, what are the correct answers, and what are the point values. So often, especially if I'm doing this as a class thing, I'm going to uncheck these two. Sometimes I leave the missed questions. But if you show them the correct answers, then everybody else who takes the test after them, they're going to have the correct answers. So then we'll save that. And we have a quiz. So up here where it says untitled form, this is the name of your quiz. So as an econ teacher asked me to do this, we're going to do an econ intro quiz. Form description. All right. So this is going to require them to put an email address. At my school in particular, the school gives out Google addresses to all the students. This is the email they're going to have to use to take the quiz. If they put in their home email address, it won't allow it. So then we go to the question, and down here in the questions, we can set it to multiple choice, check boxes, drop down. All of these are options. And then we have also some more advanced options down here. And up here we have paragraphs and short answers. Now, if you want this to answer automatically or to grade automatically, then you're not going to want to use short answers or paragraphs. There is a way using a add-on called Flubaroo to use short answers, but we're not going to get into that today. So you go to untitled question. This is our first question. So let's do what is economics? And then we go down to our answers or distractors. You can add images here if you would like to kind of spice it up, give them hints as to what the correct answer is. But we'll do study of the brain. And then add option will add you another option. Add other will add you another type of media. So you usually just want to hit add option. Study of space. Study of resources. All right. So a little three answer question there. We're going to make all of the test questions required questions. So they can't skip it and come back later or choose not to answer it. And that is how you make a question. Then we hit add other. I'm sorry. And then we, over here at this plus, hit add question. And it will add another question. Now, there are things that you can do in between questions if you want to get really advanced. You can add another title, so you can say, okay, this is part 2 of the quiz, or now we're going into multiple choice, and here are your new instructions. We can add an image, we can add videos, or add a new section as well. So then we'll do the next one. We're going to click required on all these. We're going to make them all required. Which one of these people is a famous economist? And of course, for those of you who don't know a whole lot about economics, Albert Einstein, famous physicist, of course, Albert Bandura, famous psychologist, Elon Musk is the founder of Tesla Corporation, and Adam Smith would be the correct answer. So then we're going to go down here to answer key. This is going to be a real short 2-question demo. So answer key, Adam Smith. And we can add answer feedback if we want. We can say this is on page whatever, that kind of stuff. And we can change how many points it's worth up here. So let's say that we were going to do a 20-question test. We could make it worth 5 points. And over here, I did not do the correct answer. I'm sorry. So you can just click back and do that. All right. So here we go, and we can just move on through, adding questions as we need to. And then once we are done, now is where now once we have the test ready to go, we can hit send. And we can email it to our students. Now that's probably not going to work out for you. We can put a link up on the board. I prefer to use the shortened URL, and then they go to this website and take the test. We can embed it, or we can put it onto, we can use the link and put the link onto Classroom and have them go that way. So we'll copy the URL for this test. And then once they go in and take the test, let's go ahead and preview what they're going to see when they get the test. So they get the test, okay. Show me what you know about econ, email address, email. My email is required. At my school, it would be GP whatever at Galena Park ISD, or at GP Apps, I'm sorry, at Galena Park ISD.com. And then they would select the correct questions. And then they have the option here of sending themselves a copy of the responses or not. And then submit. So when we go to view scores, it'll show, okay, I got these two correct, 10 out of 10 points. Go me, I am the greatest student in the world. So now back as a teacher. On the flip side, you can then go into your responses. So, bad thing, good thing, bad thing about this. Good thing is that you have their email addresses. Bad thing is that unless you have them put their name in there, you're not going to have their name unless you know their GP, unless you want to go searching GP numbers, which you probably don't. So you can look at your analytics here, total point distribution, how many people got this question right, how many people got this question right. Breaks down the analytics really nice for you. Questions, individual responses, you can go student by student here, or you can use the summary. One of the best things is that this links really well with Sheets. So if you go up here to Sheets, create a new spreadsheet for the untitled form response, you change the title right there. You just click on it and change it. Create. And here we have a timestamp of this time. This person did this, and here were their two answers. And so pretty easy, score 10 of 10. You can just go down this list with your list and find the answers. So we'll go back here to the untitled form, and you can just click there and it will change it to what you put the title as, or you can name it whatever you would like. If you want it to be for period 3 only, do that too. All right, so hopefully this helped. Hopefully you guys can get your Google Docs and Google quizzes going. Be excited to see what you guys have whenever you get finished. By the way, you can share these with other teachers. Just make sure that they're making a copy of the form and not directly using your form. So that's an important distinction there. So that's all for this tutorial, and I hope you guys have a great day.